Hey everybody, what's up? Ted here. It's Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a personal thing in my life that I deal with, which is cognitive dissonance. So, first, I'm going to break that down a little bit for you, and then I'll go into how personally I deal with it. And maybe some of you guys deal with it too, I don't know. But in the field of psychology, cognitive dissonance occurs when a person holds beliefs, ideas, or values and is typically experienced as a psychological stress when they participate in an action that goes against one or more of them. The discomfort is triggered by the person's belief clashing with new information perceived, wherein they try to find a way to resolve the contradiction to reduce their discomfort. Some people argue that some people would inevitably resolve dissonance by blindly believing whatever they wanted to believe. So that's where the dissonance comes in. And the example in my life is with family and friends. When I talk to them on a personal level about the dollar and the world currency reserve, they still hold their belief that the dollar, their faith and belief in the dollar is unshaken. And I'm coming from the point of view of the dollar is dying. And no matter what I tell them or evidence that I give, and I bring you guys evidence too, almost on a nightly basis of this fact that the dollar is dying, world reserve currency is going away. Prepare for that, right? And what do I always say? Get precious metals and stuff. But people refuse to listen to me. They yell, scream, oh, that could never happen. Not in America. They stick their fingers in their ear and they don't want to hear it. So now when I hear people saying things like, oh my God, gold is skyrocketing and I'm going to go sell all my gold and my jewelry, my broken jewelry, they'll take that. That proves that the cognitive dissonance, you didn't hear anything that I told you, because the dollar is dying and gold is going up, but yet your belief in the dollar is so strong that you're willing to run out and trade something that's skyrocketing for something that's going down. Just last week, I brought you guys articles about the value of the dollar against other currencies, and it's way down, right? So why on earth would you go trade something going up for something going down? And of course, these gold, the people you're selling it to, they would love to get their hands on that. That's a true tangible asset. And you're trading, they're giving you bunches of worthless paper for a true tangible asset, right? And they know the same thing that I'm telling you, that the dollar's going away. And with the evidence that I bring you almost on a nightly basis, it might not even be coming back. As a matter of fact, if you feel obligated to be in a fiat currency, you might as well start getting into whatever crypto the government's going to bring out. I wouldn't recommend that. I would stick to mineable cryptos. But if you feel obligated to be in something fake, you might as well get into that, because that's where that's going. Paper dollar, dying. So I would say, and the reason is basically printing of money is, and you see this, you're gonna go trade this. The minute you trade that gold, and they put the fake paper in your hand, the dollar bills that you love so much, the minute that paper hits your hand, it's already losing value. And this is evidenced when you go to the store. When you next time you go grocery shop and check the prices, I bet they've gone up. That's not because those things are more difficult to make. That's not because they're more difficult to come by. It's because we print dollars ridiculously. And every time, when you had $1, that was valuable. When you have millions and billions and gajillions of dollars, that's why gold skyrockets. That's why stocks skyrocket. That's why prices of food and things skyrocket, right? So, I mean, now that I beat that horse to death, I guess, hold the gold. If you sell it, I promise you, you'll regret it. And of course, here you go, stocks deliver more records as they keep gaining on Wall Street. And why do you think they're gaining? I just talked about it. It's going print, 24-hour printing press. keeping that bubble inflated. This has been going on since 2008. Check it out for yourself. It's called quantitative easing. Look it up. I'm not making this stuff up. These are the facts that I keep bringing to people, my family and friends specifically. Now I'm bringing it to you guys. I've been saying it out here. Now I have it on record. I'm saying this stuff, okay? Get gold and silver. I've been saying this since 2008 when I was red pilled. Here's more proof of it. With stocks going up, why do you think it is? It's because they're printing more and more dollars, right? And what happens is you got guys like this coming out. People are becoming addicted to trading. On Robinhood apps, people going on there is up by almost 40%. Right? So you got this big bubble being blown. You got your average everyday Joe with a fear of missing out, running into the market, downloading these Robinhood apps, putting money in, going out telling their friends that they're making all kinds of money in the stock market, which is in a bubble, and other people are getting FOMO and running in right behind them. Just saying that that's a bubble. So anyway, when I read this, it made me think of a story that I heard from the Great Depression. And it's Joseph Kennedy, related to JFK. I think it was his great grandfather or his grandfather or something like that. But anyway, he came with a famous saying right before the Depression in 1929, in the summer of 1929. And an old Wall Street saying has it that when everybody's getting into the market and even the shoeshine boy is giving up stock tips, then it's time to sell. That's the quote that he's famous for saying, supposedly. Well, he's famous for a bunch of stuff, but supposedly that's him. And Joseph P. Kennedy knew that it was time to get out of the market in 1929 when his shoeshine boy began giving him stock tips. So, when your friends are coming to you saying, Robinhood, I'm making all this money, and you're fear of missing out, and you're running in, and everybody you know is starting to get in there, and it's algorithms trading like this, I think the shoeshine boy is trying to tell us something. And you need to hold the gold all throughout history. No matter what period you go into, gold is valuable. Dollar bills, they didn't even have them. Gold's been around long, long, long before dollar bills. And it'll be here long, long, long after. And it'll be looked at as valuable. And we're at an important time. A lot of Americans have been brainwashed into believing this, what I'm telling you. That's why they're cognitive dissonant. Because they believe the brainwash and the propaganda that this can't happen to America, and we're spoiled by that world reserve currency. Look at the articles that I just brought you within the last week. That world reserve currency, we're losing it. That's why gold is skyrocketing. So the shoeshine boy is talking. Are you going to listen? Or are you going to follow the herd? Follow the herd of sheep. I'd go the other way if I was you. And now the shot heard round the world, or rather watched round the world, as this 90, I believe here, let's check it out real quick. 90-year-old. This 90-year-old woman is the very first person to get the vaccine. Okay? And as I'm reading this article, I'm looking in the headlines, I see another one saying that people who were in the trials of the vaccine are warning that the second shot brings dramatic effects. You feel very, very ill. So I wonder if this lady's going to be all smiles and giggles the way she was for this shot for the second one. All right? And I just don't understand why people are happy to get this vaccine. Also, you got Trump out today. I hear him, he gives a speech about the vaccine, and he says if you've had it and you've lived through it, supposedly you're immune. I mean, this is something that I wouldn't say that this is something to live your life by. This is Trump talking out of speech. And then he went on to tout the vaccine that's coming and how great it is. So if you've had it and you've lived through it, you're immune, you can't get it anymore, but the vaccine is going to be great. It's going to be huge. And then he went on to pump Pfizer and basically be a spokesperson for Pfizer in this vaccine. And who's going to, you think, what, they're not making money for it? Really? Personally, me, myself, my family, I would never tell you guys what to do. You have to make that choice for yourself. But me and my family, we're not taking the vaccine. If you look from the time I was a kid till now, I'm a 42-year-old man. I never took a flu shot in my life. We never had all these vaccines when I was a kid, right? And then for my kids, they have all these vaccines. And you have an increase in all the diabetes and asthma in children, all the illnesses, all the sicknesses, all the allergies. And they've all been linked to the vaccines, the 70 something vaccines that they give these kids early in life. And there's been studies. Look the studies up yourself. Don't take my word for it. The studies link it to these diseases and these illnesses. And now you have a vaccine that the CEO of Pfizer says they don't know is going to even stop the transmission. You have the President of the United States saying that if you've had it, you're going to be immune. Why on earth would you take this vaccine? Not to mention that we rushed it through the red tape. So let's hurry up and get it out there so we can get it to these people. Why would you take that? Oh, that's right. They're going to give you $1,500 to take it. All right, you're going to get your $1,500 stimulus check. A lot of people will fall for that one. First will come the $1,500 stimulus check. There'll be a bunch of people who are willing to take it without the $1,500 stimulus check. Then they're going to be the people that'll take it. Oh yeah, $1,500. Oh well, I'll take it. Then there's going to be the people that don't want to take it who say, oh well, you're going to lose your job. It's mandatory. Don't forget, this is not some shit I'm making up. All throughout last week, watch the videos if you haven't seen it already. These are true, real life proof. If you think that this is bullshit, you're cognitive dissonance, okay? I prove it to you on a nightly basis. I don't just make this up. I bring the headlines to back it up. Okay? I mean, I don't know what else you want. And as for me and my family, we're not getting the vaccine. We're not going to get the vaccine. And I can't tell you guys what to do, but I would say if you're thinking you're not going to get the vaccine, you're probably going to want to prepare. I talked about the squeeze many times. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Remember, don't be scared. Be prepared. Hold the gold. Get some precious metals if you can. If you got money like that, that's important. If you're at a point, if you need money, that's one thing. If you're struggling right now and you need money, sell the gold, I guess, to live, to get your essentials. But if you can make it through, if you've got a job, if you got money, hold the gold. Don't sell now. Wait. You'll thank me later. A year from now, it's going to be worth more. I can 100% guarantee it. It's going to, even if it's $1 more, it's going to be worth more a year from now than it is today. And it's probably going to be way more. So get some of that. Get your essentials. If you don't have much money, get some essentials. The food, we talk about it all the time. You guys know. Get prepared. Because you see, I'm bringing you the headlines. It's coming. It's coming. Anyway, guys, let me get a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for joining me. And I will check you guys out tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.